Hello everybody, today I'm going to be going over what I got during the Sephora Spring Savings event. This video is a little bit late because I actually ended up placing a second order on the last day of the sale in like the final minutes. And I'm just going to review everything for you and apply as much of it on my face and my hair as I can. If I seem a little subdued today, it's because I'm recovering from the second COVID vaccine. I got the Pfizer shot and I had a very rough reaction to it. But it is worth it to power through and get vaccinated and help stop the spread of COVID. So I'm really glad I did it. And for this spring savings event, I was really careful with what I spent. I did still spend a good amount of money, but I did not make irresponsible, unnecessary purchases of things I don't need. I just don't need more makeup. I just wanted to get mostly products that are holy grails that I was about to run out of, and then a couple new makeup items where I just got some different shades. So first up is a tried and true favorite. I got the Laneige Cream Skin Toner and Moisturizer. I'm about to finish up the mist version of this, but I find that the mist, when I spray it on my face, it really stings my eyes. And so I much prefer the toner version. I don't use a cotton pad. I just pour it into my hands and put it all over my face, my neck, my chest, and my shoulders. And sometimes I do several layers of this. It is beautifully moisturizing. I honestly can't ever see myself living without this. This was a last minute purchase. So many of my friends have raved about the Pharmacy Honey Halo Ultra Hydrating Ceramide Moisturizer, but all of those people got it in PR, and even though I trust all of their opinions, I kind of just wasn't sure if it would be worth the price because it's $45, which is very expensive for a super basic moisturizer formula. I'm happy to pay like Allies of Skin price when you're getting an Allies of Skin formula, but I just for so long put this off because I couldn't justify that price tag. I put this on last night for the first time and I am fucking blown away by this. It has the most delicious, like soul-soothing honey scent. It actually smells like honey butter to me. If you've ever like been to a great restaurant or bakery and they have like honey butter with their biscuits, it smells like that. And it's not the type of fragrance that irritates my skin. I don't know if that's because it's like a naturally occurring scent from the honey. I'm not sure. Dear God, it smells good. It is like a sensory experience for me. That's not what you care about. Beyond the smell, I mean, if you can see, it is a thick, kind of like almost balm-like moisturizer that has just a slight dewiness, enough to make your skin just look beautifully hydrated. It's packed with those ceramides, and it doesn't feel too thick and too heavy. It's not like a straight up balm on your face. It's just the perfect thickness and heaviness that I need when my skin needs some comfort. It felt so soothing on me last night when I was recovering from the COVID vaccine. I just wanted to slap something on that would make me feel good. And considering it was, just me trying it for the first time, I am kicking myself for not buying it earlier. And what's cool is it does come with this magnetic top where you can keep the spatula on hand. So I honestly don't see myself not owning this anymore. I can't believe it took me so long to try it. Next up, the reason I don't have any makeup on is because I wanted to apply my base products on camera for you. So the two foundations I picked up are my two favorites, the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Invisible Cover and the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. I'm almost out of these in my collection right now, but I ended up getting different shades, and I'll tell you why. So the old shades I have of this I've applied a bajillion times on camera here. It's the shade R230, which is described as light with peach undertones. And recently, when I've been applying this on my face and down to my neck, this has just started looking way too dark and too peachy on me. Historically, this has been a perfect shade match for me, but I've recently started undergoing laser treatments on my face. I'm doing a whole document on that for my YouTube channel, so that'll be posted in like 3 months when the entire process is done. But I'm also so aggressive with sunscreen now that my face is just lighter than it used to be. So I went instead with the shade R220, which is like fair light with pink undertones. And that definitely seems to be what I need for complexion products these days. So I'm gonna apply this on camera. And then for the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue, the reason that this is my favorite base product, but you've virtually never seen it on my channel, is because I've had the shade Natural 5 for years, and this is super dark. This was like when I was tanning, going on vacation, using Saint-Tropez self-tanners, tanning in the sun shade. And I can still technically make it work because this is so sheer, but I'd have to blend it like all the way down my neck and chest. So I think I'm gonna apply Makeup Forever's R220, and then I'll show you swatches of all of the products afterwards. But I just wanted to get to applying this quickly. I just did 2 pumps on the back of my hand, and it does look quite pink on my hand, but on my face, it is just the perfect shade for me right now. It's the kind of shade where when I blend it into my neck, you can't really see that I'm wearing foundation. And that's been really frustrating for me. And it's the reason why I started my laser treatments. I think you can see right now that my face is a lot darker than my neck and chest. And that's mostly because of discoloration and sun damage. And so it's been really hard for me to match foundations. I've just been finding that if I use a foundation that matches my face, then I have to bring it down my neck and chest. And then it looks really dark and heavy on my neck and chest, and it can get on my clothes. But if I use a foundation that matches my neck, then my skin on my face just looks like super light, and it kind of makes me look older. So I'm undergoing all these laser treatments to try to lighten up all of the hyperpigmentation, and then hopefully I can have one skin shade. I also can't believe that out of the 2 foundations I got, and then I got 2 Bobbi Brown correctors that I'll apply next, every single shade I got was a match. That has not happened once during the pandemic. Not once. I mean, every time I've bought a concealer or a complexion product during the pandemic, I've returned it. Every single one. And I vowed to stop buying complexion products until I could swatch in person, but I did a ton of research on these shades, and it panned out because they all worked and I don't need to return anything. Now that's doing 2 pumps all over my face and neck. I have a little bit left over where I'm going to add to a blemish there. I think you can see now that that just kind of lightened up my face to match my neck a little bit better. And I've just had to start getting a little more real with myself that my skin is not as dark as I've always thought it was. Not dark, but it's just lighter than I've always considered it. I've always gone for like a light shade, but in reality, I'm fair. And I think that just is a really nice match. It's very clear to me that I really need base products with pink undertones. So foundation's on, and let me do swatches of all the complexion products. Here are the swatches in order. This is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD in R230. This is the Makeup Forever in R220, which is what I'm wearing. Then we have the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue in Vanilla. And cannot believe I ever thought this was my shade, Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue in 5 Natural. So these are my 2 new shades. Next up, I purchased 2 Bobbi Brown correctors in the shades Light Bisque and Light to Medium Bisque. And because I want to be as helpful as possible for you, I'm going to apply one on each eye. So here are swatches of the 2. This is the shade Light Bisque, and this is the shade Light to Medium Bisque. Now, there are reasons why I got 2 shades, and it's because some concealers I have are a little bit too light for me, and in that case, I want to use Light to Medium Bisque to darken them a little bit. And then in some cases, I have concealers that are a little bit darker or more of a match for me, and then in that case, I would use Light Bisque. So I'm pretty sure I will be keeping both of these shades. Let's go in with Light to Medium Bisque. Since this one was a part of my first order, I've already tested it out, and I just place it where I have the most of a purple shadow. So you can see right there, there's a lot of purple right under my eye in that corner and all here. And I've been finding that sometimes I don't even need concealer over this. It's just, it's such a beautiful product. I saw Hannah Martin, the makeup artist, apply this on her Instagram, and I was blown away by the difference when she used it. Looking at that alone, how beautiful is that? I mean, I barely need a concealer. I think it's great because all I need really is just like a tiny dot of concealer, and then I'm good to go. Now, Light Bisque is the one that I have not tried yet, so let's give this one a shot. Okay. I just wasn't sure which one was my shade, and like I said, I wanted different options for different concealers. I can't tell if there's one that I prefer. I feel like, okay, here's what I think. Leave me a note in the comment section below. What shade do you prefer for me? Light to medium bisque or light bisque? Even though, I mean, they're pretty damn close. This one's just a little bit brighter and this one's just a little bit more of a match. I feel like light bisque actually just doubles as my concealer because it is slightly brightening and slightly correcting. Whereas with this one, I would probably go over it with a little bit of brightening concealer. But what do you think? Can you even see a difference? Let me know. And now off camera, I'm just gonna even it out on each side so I don't have two different shades for the rest of the video. Did the rest of my makeup off camera because that's all I got from Sephora in terms of makeup. Just those three complexion products. And lastly, in the face category, I've got the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. I don't use this as a setting spray though, as it's intended. Because I wear very high zinc mineral sunscreens, I tend to get dry in the afternoon, and I use this to refresh my face when I'm just feeling like bone dry. If you want, I can show you what it's like. Let me just prime it. There we go. It's a very, very fine, light, luxurious mist. Definitely has some like oils in there, so if you're oily, forget about it, don't get this, but normal to dry skin, I'm sure would love it. It smells like a spa, doesn't irritate my skin or my eyes, and really it just makes everything feel so much better on my skin, especially if I went in with powder or if I'm wearing a mineral sunscreen. Let's talk hair. This is looking super ratty, so I wanted to show you that I got the Moroccan Oil dry shampoo for light tones, and I'm gonna go in with a little travel size that I've been using up. I first fell in love with this when I bought this mini size a while ago and knew that I wanted to get a full size. There are only 2 hair care products on the market that I actually like the scents of, and they're both these. I'll get to Oribe in a second, but the Moroccan Oil scent, I just love it. It feels very subtle to me, but very comforting. It's not too fragranced. I just love it. And let me go ahead and demo it for you. Smells so good. I don't find that this makes my hair feel gritty or even dirtier. It does do a pretty good job of refreshing my hair and getting the grease out, although I did wash my hair this morning, so there's really not that much to, clean up. As you can see, just with this dry shampoo alone, it gives you volume too, so A+ for that. While I'm rubbing everything in, I mainly use dry shampoo as a preventative measure. I find that dry shampoo is 10 times more effective when you apply it on clean hair, and that really prevents my hair from getting greasy throughout the day. That's the only scenario when I can go, 2 days without washing my hair. I have such fine hair and such an oily scalp that if I wait to add dry shampoo until my hair is already greasy, forget about it. The only style I'll be able to do is a ponytail. But if I use dry shampoo as a preventative measure, then I'll be able to keep it clean throughout a few days. Okay, so that's the dry shampoo, and with the dry shampoo alone, I already have so much more volume than I did before. And, I think you can see maybe just a tiny bit of a white cast on my hair, but it's almost totally rubbed in. They also have a dry shampoo for dark tones if you have dark hair. And then my all-time favorite hair product is the Oribe Dry Texturizing Spray. They're new to Sephora, so I knew I had to buy this. This baby is $48, and so I have a hard time justifying the price. I've tried so many texturizing sprays on the market to try to find a dupe, and only one has ever come close, and that's the Verb Texturizing Spray. But still, nothing comes close to this. I mean, like, really, this is the best. And I had someone ask me what a texturizing spray is, and it's just that. It adds texture. It adds a little bit of like volume and grit and texture to fine hair. So let me show you. As you can see, that dry shampoo and the Oribe texturizing spray together really give my hair just that texture that it needs so that I can like style it from here. Do I ever style it? No, but I could if I wanted to. Lastly, I got perfume. These are the Replica Beach Walk and Bubble Bath travel sizes. Now, despite the fact that I don't like fragrance in my skincare, body care, or hair care, I love perfume. So much so that I have so many that I have no need for a full-size perfume, and plus, they're fucking expensive. So I always opt for travel sizes if I can. I much prefer them. I never go through even a full-size or even a travel size. So I'll talk a little bit about these scents. I'm very familiar with the way that these smell because I purchased both of these as tiny little samples on either fragrancesline.com or scentsplit.com and totally fell in love with them. They've been my two go-tos for daytime, and then my favorite for nighttime is a couple from DS and Durga and from Le Labo, but for the daytime, these are perfect. Okay, so I just pulled up the descriptions for each scent, and then after I read the description, I'll tell you what I actually smell. So first, let's do Replica Beach Walk. Beach Walk evokes the memory of a summer day with radiant notes of bergamot, coconut milk, musk, pink pepper, and ylang-ylang. A warm perfume of heliotrope, coconut milk, and musk combine to create a fresh, beachy scent. Enjoy the vivifying moment of a walk along the ocean. Feel the sand rubbing your feet and the waves touch your legs while a warm breeze is ruffling your hair. The sun caresses your salted skin. Solar and warm, this distinctive floral eau de toilette is part of the Replica collection. Okay, got it. So we've got, bergamot, pink pepper, lemon, transluzone, ylang-ylang, coconut milk, musk, cedar, and benzoin. That's a lot of shit in there. And what I actually smell, though, with Beach Walk is a whole lot of sunscreen, and I love it. Maybe we'll spray one on each arm just for shits and giggles. Beach Walk to me smells like sunscreen and coconut. I think the note in there that's like sunscreeny is ylang-ylang and like musk combined together maybe. I'm not sure. But really what everyone says about it and what you really get is you smell sunscreen, a sunny day, some coconut. It just really does smell like the beach. It's such a beautiful scent. I absolutely love it. One thing I will say though is Beach Walk does fade pretty quickly compared to my other Replica scents. So this is one that you will probably have to reapply. Next up, let's read about Bubble Bath. So the sweet memory of an intimate moment of relaxation in a foaming bath, plunging into the hot scented water and feeling the body soothed from all tensions. An exquisite me time of pure wellness. Fragrance descriptions are so ridiculous. A steamy fragrance setting of flickering candles and bath water foaming with silky white bubbles. You step into your perfectly warmed bath. Briefly submerge under the water for your complete detachment before re-emerging a tranquil, more relaxed version of yourself. What it says is the soothing feeling of a hot foaming bath recreated by soap bubble accord and coconut essence. The comfort of wrapping yourself in a thick towel made tangible with white musks and patchouli. And then everything that you get in there is crushed leaves accord, freesia, Sambak jasmine from India, infusion of Egyptian jasmine, infusion of tuberose, rose from grass, peach, cedar wood, and oak moss. So let's spray it and I'll tell you what I smell. You definitely get the scent of bubble bath, 100%. Whatever the crushed leaves accord is, soap bubble accord, that 100% comes through. But it's not soapy in a way that's overly powdery or like chemically, like cleanery. It doesn't smell like a cleaner. It really actually does smell nice. Like it smells like a bubble bath. I also definitely get the jasmine. I think the soap and the jasmine together is nice. And I don't like jasmine in fragrances actually, but with the soap, it totally works. And I definitely smell the rose and a little bit of the coconut as well. Really, you know, a lot of times in my sort of fragrance journey, I found that the description of scents does not match what I smell. Replica is the one brand where I really do feel like the descriptions are spot on for what you get. I also own Jazz Club and Whispers in the Library, and I have a ton of other samples of their collection that I didn't love as much, but I really do feel like what they describe is what you smell. The only negative that I've ever heard is that when I sprayed bubble bath on myself one time, my boyfriend said it smelled a little bit metallic. And I can smell that a little bit, but I don't mind it. And it does settle down a little bit. And, you know, they complement each other really well. So that's where we are. That's everything I got from Sephora. I'm so happy with all my purchases. I don't have to return a single thing. I didn't spend unnecessarily. I just got all of my favorite products I was about to run out of and then a couple extras. Oh, I forgot about the samples. I wanted to try the Way shampoo, although I just remembered I don't like the scent of their products. But the one I really wanted was finally a sample of the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. Every time this is offered as a little sample, I always click it and they never include it with my order. They just send like whatever. So stoked I finally get to try this. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to keep this outro short and sweet. I hope you're all well wherever you are, and I will see you next time.